I've devised a plan that really encompasses, I think, everything all together, and it came effortlessly, without work, without stressing out about it. It just came to me, and I haven't been able to stop thinking about it or talking about it ever since. So, Hey Little Horns will be a nonprofit. Okay, sins of the world. This is kind of going into the whole, just everything. So I kind of came to a realization that we all need balance, right? That we're seriously lacking balance. I want you guys to take a moment and just write down maybe some of the things that you feel like you could connect with. All these things are hurting us, and not just individually, but globally. Judgmental, resentment, damaged. There's all these things, we're all guilty of it.
Oh yeah, I feel all of it.
Yeah, I was just saying, like
gluttony, lust, sloth, all of those. I mean, a lot of them are just like almost like fears and like just the impulsive shit, the undisciplined, ignorance, insecure, all those things. Like, oh yeah, and especially now in the last year, this last year, everyone's had a shit year.
Yeah.
That those are the ones that like speak to me the most.
Totally living in the lust moment right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm escaping.
Anger,
I'm very
sloth.
impulsive about that escapism. Making some real choice decisions.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we have all these fucking problems. So how do we combat that? How do we open up our chakras, so to speak, in a way, right? So how do we get rid of all the fucking negative and start looking more towards positive things? But we've been fed this, right? So we're being fed this. With religion and politics, with society and social, media, and just the globe in general, just everybody. And it's just, I just like, this is what has me just, I don't know, I hopeless. I almost feel fucking, what's the fucking point? What, to keep fucking working until I get to retire, and then I retire, and then I'm too old to do anything, so then I just die? Like, I don't want to do that. So what are your retirement goals? What are your plans in 10 years from now? I mean, 10 years from now is nowhere near retirement. What's your halfway point goal? How are you going to do that? Like, how do we get to those points? How do we get to those goals that we want at the end of the road? How do we get there?
Being disciplined.
It's fucking hard.
It is really hard.
It's hard when no one else around you is doing it. When the whole fucking world is going against everything that you're trying to do.
Yeah, and when people give up on you
and when
you abandon you and
yeah. And when it rains, it pours.
Yeah. 2020.
Fucking 2020.
It's a harder question than it seems, though.
What's that?
Just what do you want?
Yeah. But I mean, seriously, like I know exactly what I want.
I couldn't answer any of those questions right now.
Why? Where are you going?
Nowhere, man.
Well, that's what I'm trying to point out, like, if you don't have something to like go towards, what's the fucking point?
Right.
Like,
yeah, I'm there. I'm just avoiding.
You just got to find that ambition again.
Yeah.
You've lost it basically, and you don't know. You're like in a limbo.
Yeah. So now I'm momentarily living.
Depression, anxiety. So
absolutely.
Like when I was dating Kay, that was a big pointer that his therapist threw out to him, was like, you have to have short, mid, and long-term goals, or you're not living the right thing, and that's exactly how you get stressed.
Yeah, so you've got nothing.
nothing
You
to
know,
look
And you
for,
never feel like you ever amount to anything.
yeah.
no success or.
Well, yeah, it's like-
Yeah, no one's rooting for you or.
Well, okay, I guess one of my goals, let's say, is to just get Kane to college,
Yeah.
because I've only got a year left.
Oh man, that's scary. I don't know. I think it's easier to have a purpose as parents because we have to. But
I think I fall back on it a lot.
I want to be able to spend time with my friends and my family. And fucking, I want to be happy. And you know what? All the things that are in the world that would make me happy is just to fucking make shit, make the world a little bit better, any possible way at all, and live in a fucking RV, dude. Like, I can't do this anymore. I'm burnt. So dream big. I want my time back. I want my sanity back. I want to be able to create things. I want to be able to protect the ones that I love from fucking everything, from society, from, you know, living on the streets, from whatever. I want security. I want stability. I want to make sure that we're all financially okay. And that means we as in all of us. All of us. And I want to give back. I'm tired of seeing the oceans filled with plastic, and I'm tired of seeing China get all of our trash, and then all those people have got all kinds of fucking medical problems. I'm tired of the fucking diseases that are happening. But it just added to everything that I've already been stressing out about. And I would like to find actual ways other than just putting shit into a box to go to recycling. Like that's such a tiny little piece. Such a tiny little piece. I'm fucking tired of it. Like, if you're not gonna be a part of the solution, you're a fucking part of the problem. Kind of goes back into really much of all of it, a lot of it. You know, I want my family and my friends to be there. I want to be able to spend time with my family and friends. I want to provide security. I want to protect them. I want to give back to them, and I want their sanity as well. So I'm thinking about a commune, but seriously, not a commune. So our main mission is kind of talking about all of it all together, turning trash into treasure, right? So instead of putting shit into the landfill, take it out, find a use for it, figure it out. Even if it's for pouring paint into while you're making from scratch something new, right? Stop putting shit into the landfill. Let's figure out how we can use, reuse, recycle, repurpose fucking anything. I want to be able to like enjoy this fucking one life we fucking have. I hate everything about, not everything, most things about what's going on right now. But I'm not selfish enough to like not help. I want to give back. I want to give back to other nonprofit organizations. You know, when I first started thinking about this, I'm like, how do we like find the people to be able to do these things? How do we find the people to like do that thing and do this thing and do that thing and do this thing? And when are we going to do this? And I'm like, oh my God, whoa, that's too much. But this is a nonprofit. Let's save the fucking planet. This is our one home, our one life, and we're fucking it up so hard.
I want only one life.
You're going to be on your own with that one.
Make your own goddamn
Hey,
PowerPoint.
what happened to like the time when, you know, like if something was broke, you fix it. And now it's.
Where is it? China, that actually when something like a dish breaks or something like that and you put it back together, it's revered as more valuable because it's already been used and broken.
See, that's where we need to be with our lives. It's absolute garbage that we just, yeah, if it doesn't have any use, we're just like, just throw it away.
It's single serving.
Yep, single serving. That's exactly it. I'm done with single servings. Revenue sources. That's the wonderful part about being a nonprofit is not only do we get retail sales, but we can also get booth events. We can go to like, what is it? The Art in the Park things like that.
Yes.
What was the Saturday market thing that you were talking about, Rochelle?
Oh, the farmer's market?
Yeah, the farmer's market. Yeah, the fair, all of it. We can get ourselves in any fucking fair that we want to, and then also have fun while we're there. We can do classes and workshop. We can do that. We can also do that in the community. Donations from just anybody, everybody. Program fees for anything that we wind up doing. We can sell, tickets to do classes or put on workshops. They have Boise Glass, right? That does all these workshops all the time that charge a shit ton of money. What if one of us decided that we wanted to I'm gonna go teach my thing, I'm gonna put on a class. We can charge a fucking program fee for that. Sponsorships, obviously, fundraising events, so we can put on a big old gala. How exciting would that be? Big old giant gala. Yeah, a fancy fucking outfit once a year and then get up on stage and talk about all the shit that we've done and all the where our money went.
Yeah.
Right?
Let's do it.
Yeah. And then obviously.
Is there gonna be a big line of flow across?
Yeah, there is. Just kidding. And then grants. Grants is actually a really big thing because we can get grants from individuals, corporations, foundations,
Did you know
local,
Albertson
state,
gives
and federal.
everyone grants, and they're
Mhm.
only allowed to give up to 2,500, but everyone who applies, usually if they do it right, and there's 25 Albertsons within the area that apply to anyone in Boise, and you can get 1,200 from each of them guaranteed if you just submit.
Yeah, all you have to do
Be a
is
nonprofit
put an application in.
and be a nonprofit.
You have to fill out an application
So
to
there's
get a
like
grant.
$30,000.
That's literally all you have to do.
Do you know what I just thought of too?
Hmm.
So Amazon has the Amazon Smile.
Mhm.
Have you heard about that?
Yep.
We could literally put this as a nonprofit donation, so any sales that are happening on Amazon are actually benefiting us.
Right?
Yeah.
All right, so the financial summit, as Heidi came up with, because it's low cost, it's a high markup, and we also get other revenue besides retail. I came across 4:00 in the morning, a set of angel wings made out of fucking concrete. Now, again, not religious, that's not the point. Those angel wings were selling for, what was it, almost $1,000. More, I can't, now I'm like,
It was like
I'm not-
900 or a grand or something.
it was a ridiculous amount. Now, I don't know how much you guys know about concrete. I mean, a bag of concrete
Pretty cheap.
is pretty cheap. You fucking add water in it, you mix it, and if you have a mold that you've got from somewhere or whatever, you just pour it in, and one mold can make hundreds, potentially.
Mhm.
So each set of concrete wings probably costs, I don't know, max $100 in everything. Selling for nearly $1,000.
Mhm.
The fucking markup on crafted projects is astronomical, and that's just one scenario. There's little to no cost. The markup is huge. How do we give back? Well, we have all the revenue coming in, right? If we put it towards trust funds, it builds interest over the year, and then we can designate it out. We can give back to other nonprofit organizations and restrict funds down to the very itty bitty teeny tiny little thing that we want it to go to. So we'd essentially be giving grants to other nonprofit organizations. So anytime you go and you submit something that you've created, you fill out a form that says I've contributed this portion of it, right? So if you collaborate with other people, then you put in how much of that project you collaborated or contributed. You go and you submit it. Then there's like a whole other department that would take pictures of it, put it up on the website. So when that item is sold, you would get commission off of that. The person who collaborated with you would get that portion of commission, but then there would also be a portion of those sales that would go directly into these trust funds. You get to vote once a year what it is you specifically want to put your funds towards. And your motivation is, if you want more money to go to that cause, you put more stuff out there, you make it bigger, better, stronger. That's totally on you. So anyway, so we send those out, and they go to other nonprofit organizations. There's no taxes involved when it comes to nonprofits. You don't have to pay anything out for taxes. So that's another part of it. So there's nothing that's going out other than wages, really, and supplies and housing and utilities, you know. So it takes a village.
Mhm.
And literally, I'm trying to make a commune here. Okay. Who are our competitors? Amazon, Etsy. I mean, I'm sure there's like a few others that I didn't put down here.
Kathy's Creations.
Craigslist,
That's my
Backpage.
mom's website.
Oh, that's why I heard about it. I just didn't want
Facebook
to.
Marketplace.
Marketplace is huge.
Yeah.
It's like one of the main places I go to. Right?
Most of
Oh,
social,
yeah, but
social
that's
media
all like
is
local. There's no,
it's not.
oh, it's not?
No.
Oh, shit. I don't know what's going to happen. We don't know, but we can have some kind of control over it and
Yep.
seize that market. Yeah. So what will make us successful? Our passion and the fact that we're not for profit. Okay, so marketing plan. So who are we targeting? Us, people like us. People who don't have the time to create all this stuff, and sponsors.
Absolutely.
So what platforms will we use to get to our audience, right? So we were just talking about.
Number one.
Yep, word of mouth is always number one.
Yeah, the marketplace, and then anything that's social media, Instagram,
Mhm.
Facebook.
Well,
Instagram
let's-
has the instant buy thing too. That
Yep.
like, oh god.
You
that
can
thing is
subscribe to
crazy.
people now, and
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like subscribing to like YouTube channels and like maybe doing like a lot of the tutorials as well,
Yeah.
and like
Yep.
an intro, like creating a channel and giving like the information about what it's about, like as an intro video, and then each person kind of adds their own video and their how to, and then they have followers, and then all of a sudden the followers, you know, look at the other videos that are available, and it kind of cross sells its own product as well, which is kind of, you know, free marketing based on how well you can engage with your customers, you know, and things like that, and answer their questions and be on top of that. That can also generate a lot of you know, attention that you want, because you can reach a lot more people than, you know, you can otherwise.
So this whole concept is get inspired, right? So that's your creative outlet. You also have a learned skill, because we've been conformed into this normality, right? So I have accounting, right? And you have nails and hair and all the beautiful,
industry.
yes.
Mhm.
And you have HR, and you have construction, and you've got, I don't even know, all the goddamn things,
All the time.
right? And Jen, we're gonna need a gardener, and Rochelle, I don't know where you are, but I know you're all about marketing. My thought is everyone's got their own strengths, and I don't want to force anyone to do anything that they don't want to. Like, that's not my goal. Obviously, we all have to like kind of live in the same area, so we're all gonna have to get along, get together. So anyone causes any problems, you
They're
know,
off the
we're gonna,
island.
yeah, we're gonna, yeah,
Oh, the weakest link.
yeah. That's exactly what I want to do. I'm sorry, you just don't fit here in this community. You're gonna have to leave. If you want to continue to like submit stuff, that's fine, but you have to leave this right here. And I think that we can, you know, allow other people, maybe not as employees, but kind of like Etsy does, where they like take in other people's stuff and sell it for them. We can do that too, without making them employees.
Off top, just because of my profession, press on nails and toenails,
Hell yeah.
custom made so that, you know, they're like commitment free, full sets.
I like commitment.
Nice.
Nice words.
Right?
Right?
Yeah.
Free, you have some special event and, you know, say you have like an idea or like what you know, a marbled set of nails or, you know, whatever, bedazzled Halloween set, whatever it might be, for that one party or that one event, but you want to be able to just pop them off the next day and be done with it.
I want to do wine tastings at dinner parties.
You know
All
what?
fancy with your pinky
We
out.
can do that.
Recruit people.
We can do that.
I want to be the person that says you are the weakest link.
You can do that because you have HR. We're gonna need an HR and a payroll person and all that kind of stuff.
Legally, so that
Mhm.
it wouldn't come back on us at all.
Yeah, I
That's
like
gonna be
it.
awesome.
Your strength, yes. And I'm not gonna make that decision. I think that, you know, as far as things that I think that I would find useful as far as a business, I've kind of got my own ideas, but I also, you know, want you to think about it. Like, what are you contributing? What can you contribute? What do you want to contribute? So we need inventory. So as far as everyone's concerned, who has something, wants
I have a
something,
bunch of stuff already.
I know you do.
There.
So we're gonna, as long as you're okay with rolling a lip in here,
You don't want
I
to
guess,
store it
I don't
all.
want, yeah, well, I'm gonna get a storage. That's gonna be,
You don't
that's a
want
whole,
to store it all, do you? Because that'd be awesome.
No.
I have a bunch of stuff you could store that's for sale.
potentially, maybe. I'm gonna be storing a lot of,
Like, here you go.
I'm gonna be storing a lot of stuff here pretty soon. I'll talk about that in a minute too. Okay, I know she's gotta get going, so we'll talk about more things as we get there, but start making stuff. Okay, so implementation timeline, passed. I have already, the organization is registered in the state of Oregon
Why not? I don't know.
because we're gonna grow and sell pot, edibles.
Oh, okay.
Edibles.
Duh,
We're
sorry.
gonna make edibles,
Sorry,
and we can't do
duh.
that here.
Oh my God, I would do that.
I changed my job. I know.
Renee is already on it, so you guys can get together, and I've got some shakes that I gotta get to her, but I know you're trying to go. Okay. All right, hey, ready? Focus. Hold on. Okay, so pass. I've already got it registered. Need to get it registered with federally and get the nonprofit application in. So that'll just happen yesterday or a couple days ago. Email address is already in place. I need to set up a website still. We've got, my thought is on Shopify. We can do a website through there. There's a Google thing. There's also another one that I came across. Huh?
Squarespace.
Squarespace.
That's a good one.
Is other than, okay, anyway, we'll talk about that in a minute. Future, so very close future. Again, talking about the 8 weeks that I have coming off. That's when I'm gonna hit the ground running. So I want to be able to open this up to the public starting January. So we need inventory. Oh, this is the logo that I kind of created. And now this is kind of obviously I was using PowerPoint. When I originally put it together, I was drawing it. It's prettier when I'm on the drawing, but I can't make it here. So this is the closest thing I got. Look at this image.
Mhm.
All of the things that I posted off to the side over there, the logo or underneath the logo. So halo to horns, right? So you've got the halo. It's the tail, right? The tail of the devil, right? Okay. So the halo to horns, you missed it. Like he was saying, I know you're feeling really like you're going from halo to horns, right? And I felt, when I heard that, I felt like, oh my gosh, like I have been walking the straight line, doing the best I can, following the rules, doing the structure, doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And I'm so fucking done. Like, I'm so fucking done. Like, yeah. So here's the horns. I'm fucking fighting. I'm so done with this. So here we go. It's an H and an H, in case you guys didn't notice that. So when I write my H's, I usually do an H and then a giant loop. And that's kind of how this whole thing started, right? And so it's a house, right? So represents stability, arrow up represents growth. It's a shield. So someone made a comment, Jen, you're the one who made a comment that it looked like a shield. It's a home, it's a community. There's a little heart, love, symmetry, reflection, wings, dragonfly. So you can see the little wings and then the dragonfly. The wings right here, and the dragonfly. Butterfly, I don't know where the butterfly came from, but transformation. And then this one I came across, Ouroboros.
Say it again.
Yes. It's essentially the sign where like the snake is eating its own tail.
Okay, yeah.
Right? So it actually means remaking.
Nice.
And then the infinity, which obviously is like, yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
So this is the logo, roughly.
Love it.
And that is it. That concludes the PowerPoint. Love it, hate it.
I love it.
Yeah,
I have questions.
yeah. Okay, ready, set, go. Did you write them down? Did you write?
I did.
You were given a note.
Yeah, and so were you.
I was given a notepad, and you know what? I created this for you because you said that you were feeling stressed.
Aww. Am I supposed to open
Do
it?
you get it? It's a halo with horns.
Oh, I like that. That's cute. Look at it. A halo with horns.
Oh,
Hugs.
Okay, so you say this is an organ.
Yes.
So elaborate.
Well, that's to come. But for the moment, my dad lives out there, and he's got a big old shop.
So I'm allowed to stay.
It's like giant. Well, he was talking about like getting rid of it. That's because what my plan is to like once we can get established enough, and I can get I've already talked to my dad about this, and he's like, oh well, let me know so that way I can make a donation. I'm like, oh, so that way you can get a tax write-off.
When you do another meeting.
Okay, yeah, I would like to try to do something semi-regularly, like maybe quarterly, at least for a little bit. I don't know, but yeah, I'll definitely keep everybody posted. Just take anything in that you think could be done something with something, anything. Like it was garbage wicker shit that I found, well, that Brandon actually pointed out across the street. That looks nice, real pretty. I like it. Here, let me see if I can, oh, ouch.
There we got it. Cleaned it up and threw $30 into it, so we like it, or did that, so.
Love that shit. I reupholstered all of like a ton of old.
Let's see if I can pull this up while I've got my
bar
screen
seats
shared.
in the bar that I had.
That's a good view.
Let's see.
That was super fun and they looked amazing.
Oh, no, come on. Over here. This one. Okay. This.
I chose your own.
Hey.
You did? What?
Blasting me, bro.
What?
So you're blasting
Me? I didn't.
showing everybody what
Oh.
I am.
I didn't know that was up there. Sorry. That's funny.
Yeah, that was me. I've been to this house before. That's how bad.
I didn't get lost either.
I just smoked too much.
Yeah, I think this.
Why am I not believing that?
Am I taking my notepad or do you want me to leave it here? Do you want me to leave my notepad or do you want me to take it?
You can take it or whatever. I don't
I'm gonna
care.
be making
I mean, Yeah, take it then.
These landfills.
Or do you want to leave it? Did you take notes to leave or do you,
No, I just.
you do whatever you want, boo boo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I might add to it.
Where's the rest of it?
Are we gonna be trying to like reach out to landfills to get giant
All right, I'm gonna go.
material and then?
You're gonna go?
to do something?
Let me know when you
Okay.
do another meeting.
Okay, yeah, I would like to try to do something semi-regularly, like maybe quarterly, at least for a little bit. I don't know, but yeah,
All good.
I'll definitely keep everybody posted. You're heading out.
I can't wait to create with you.
She's like, watch me.
I'm excited. I'm very excited.
Oh, okay, so everyone, just a note, I should have waited, Jen. So if you start making anything, try, and I know I'm not like, anyway, if you can, try to write down the amount of supplies you're using, how much that costs, and how much time it took you.
But what if like all of our stuff becomes free to us, but it still is a cost? Like it should.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, you know, like supplies. So if you're using like a portion of spray paint, right? You've already purchased it a long time ago.
But I don't purchase 98% of the materials.
Well, then, awesome. Then,
But I can still claim a cost.
yeah, you can still claim a cost. And this is just data. This is just so that we kind
So
of
I can
get,
make up my own.
yeah. I mean, look up online, you know, the value of what that is, how many ounces you think you used or whatnot. Yeah, just like an estimate. Just start kind of rough estimating the time, the cost, the, you know,
Time is huge.
yeah. Oh, time is, yeah, it's definitely the
So I
biggest
was like,
one.
you don't charge enough, isn't your time worth something? I'm like, well, but look, who's gonna pay for the amount of time I put into that?
Well, yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna do. So that's why I need to know, like, how much time do you spend on a project, right? Like,
Can I just acquire other people's stuff?
that's not the same, yeah, I guess. I don't really know how to answer that one.
So it depends how you go about it.
Yeah?
Yeah, if you have to wear a mask.
Yeah, if you have to wear a mask to acquire this shit, then
You guys are all so fucking crafty, and I have a table that I want.
but you know what?
5 years.
Then do it.
Yeah. Just sitting there.
You know how much crap I have in this house that I have the same problem with? This is the opportunity. That's what I'm saying. It's like, take the time to just, that's the problem is like, I haven't done all these things that I wanted to do that I know if I just sat down and did it, I could do it. Like in reality, I know how to build a house. I've just never had the time, the tools, the money to be able to do it. So if you take the time to, you know, to try to make it work, to figure it out, to learn something new, then it's just one more skill. And I think that that's like the most exciting part about it is like how many things I'm going to be able to make, all these different, like, oh man, between screen printing and resin and
Would we just need that
Fuck.
single
Oh
LLC
my
to do
God.
any kind of project since it's like
a single
nonprofit?
what?
A single LLC. Like I was just kind of thinking like if we wanted to open up, or if I wanted to open up a realm
Mhm.
where I go and use recycled material for construction.
Oh, I
side
think we
jobs.
just keep it under the same. So with nonprofits, you basically can create programs, and they're tracked by class. So each class or program gets its own P&L essentially. So that's how we'll wind up tracking it on the books, is by each and every single different program.
So every individual will have their own program.
Essentially, yeah. So yeah, so instead of like making it, you know, well, and you know, like I really want to get into screen press or screen printing or heat press, and I also want to do resin, and I want to like make Halloween costumes that are going to be sold to like Hollywood, and you know, like I want all of it. So it's hard for me to go, well, I'm just going to do this one thing. Like I don't want to do that. I want to be able to, like I said, learn and grow and figure new stuff out, buy new machinery, get the equipment to like, what if we could just like literally make anything? I want this community to essentially be off the grid. I mean, not off the grid, but off the grid. Like to be able to have, you know, renewable resources. So we're not using electricity. We're not using up everything. We don't need to consume more. We need to produce
Love
We
you.
need to take
Love you
that.
guys. I'm excited to do all this stuff
Hell yeah.
and bring more ideas to the table. Also, create a group messenger. If
Okay.
you can create a group messenger of everyone that wants to be involved in a group messenger, so we can just keep spitting out ideas.
Yeah.
Whatever comes to us, boom, hey, what about this? How can we get resources for this? How can we do this, that, whatever?
So I kind of wanted to, and Jen asked the same thing. Is Rochelle gone now too? Did she hang up? It was doing like a regular kind of get together, even if it's just online. That's fine. I just
Yeah.
thought it'd be kind of nice.
like
for
a
all of
Google
us to-
Meet, like a once a month
Right.
type of thing,
Yeah.
or a,
Aww.
See, I was like, you're a boy, he's a boy, go say hi. Like,
like,
Hey, I'll take one too.
just keep me in the loop with everything and group chat of some kind that everyone's linked to. And, you can even create Halos to Horns group chat, invite
Yeah.
whoever else, and then anyone who has ideas or whatever, just pops in and fuck stoned one night.
Yeah.
Got stoned one night.
Oh my God, you know how many stories
Fucking
fucking
great idea.
Yeah.
Boom, send it. And then
So
someone
can I
responds
have
right
my
away,
way
maybe
on?
someone has something to add on to that, and then just keep bouncing off of each other. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, I like it, like.
Yeah.
This is what,
Yep. So I think this would be,
something big. Oh, yeah.
it could be.
We could be the new heads.
So this was my neighbor,
Oh, yeah.
Excited. I feel like I walked into a paradox a week ago.
and,